This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and tonight we're here at the Juke Joint in beautiful Anaheim, California for the Femme Fatale show with the girl that made it happen, Dani Rose.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Woo!
Now, Dani, what was your inspiration for making the Femme Fatale show a reality?
Obviously, women that rock. Women out here in Southern California, I've noticed in the last 2 years predominantly, it's more females out booking shows, so I wanted to put a show all together featuring women. And punk rock, rock and roll, and heavy metal all coming together. One common denominator is them being females in one show. Females that kick ass.
You actually are a singer in a band also, correct?
I was a singer in a band, and not anymore. I got in an accident, and I'm not doing music anymore. So I figured the best way to be out in the scene is to book bands, because I know how it feels to be a female in a male-dominated genre. So I put together this show to showcase females all together in Southern California.
Is that the accident where you had the stitches?
Yes.
What happened?
I was in a metal band called Eye for an Eye, and I did a show in Long Beach, a heavy metal show, and basically I was doing the rock star thing on a limo, holding on to it, and I fell off of it, and I got a craniotomy. They took me to UCI, yeah, and yeah, I used to have long black hair. They shaved my head, and
But you're thriving.
I'm thriving, and I'm still here. Yes.
And so what about that made you decide to stop doing music?
Basically, I kind of took a step back in my life and just saw everything flashing forward, and basically took the time to basically get into spirituality more, and then it made me assess the scene more, and I realized I wanted to be a part of the scene, helping out other bands rather than putting main focus on myself. So I do benefit shows too in Orange County. Like I just did one for Orangewood Children's Facility. So I just love booking shows and with people in Orange County.
So I think you became a little more selfless.
Exactly. What it was for me in the scene, it was whiskey. Everybody's got that one thing. I just realized I was too much in the scene with the alcohol for me. And I kind of had to take a step back and just realize that music isn't always about getting messed up all the time. And I guess you could say I grew up. I think a lot of people fall into that genre with, you know, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll first. But I think really what stands together is music. It shouldn't be a gimmick. It shouldn't be the alcohol makes you a better person. I think that's kind of what came out of the 60s and 70s. But for today's generation, I think your music should speak first, you know?
And we call it healthy anarchy.
Yes, healthy anarchy. It was amazing. I mean, they called me the Wolverine, the Bionic Woman afterwards, and it's great.
What are your hopes and dreams for this show tonight?
Basically, what I've noticed, a lot of women are very catty towards each other, and I feel like women are goddesses, and I want everyone to come together and unify the spirit. I just feel women are so powerful in all aspects, and it's hard to be in a male-dominated genre where men, of course, are dominating. So for a female, we have to work that much harder, rock that much better just to be seen. And other than that, it's normally they see you as sex first, obviously. Sex sells. But there's a lot of females out here, like the women I booked today, they have everything. They have sex, they have music, they're just great. They're just a full package. So I really want to put that together, that women from metal, punk rock, and rock and roll can come together as women in one show.
Name the bands that are playing tonight.
Okay, the first band is called
Night of the Living REEFER.
Night of the Living REEFER.
It's a female drummer. I met them at my previous production at the Bull Bar.
Give females a chance to give their spotlight and everything, but mostly it should be about if you can rock, that's more important.
We got asked to play they were like, hey, we want an extra band, and they wanted a good, kind of bam, opening band, so they got us, and as you could hear from the other band playing after us, they definitely wanted to start off with a good heavy hitter.
And they came up to me, and she's just really passionate.
We were just talking about this earlier. I have very mixed feelings about nights like this. I think it's awesome that we promote women in music because it is something that is not as common. However, I do feel very strongly that I am a chick in a band that just happens to have a vagina, and I am not a chick in a band. I just want to be one of the guys.
And she's also a local female that I've booked before.
Go to myspace.com/NoReefer, and also as a link from the Facebook, just type in Night Living Reefer on Google, and boop, there we go.
And then the next band is HARLEQUIN out of LA. Now they're a full-piece heavy metal band, Latinas, all females.
This show is actually going to be specifically,
significant to us because, you know, it does features female members of female bands and everything. And, you know, it's really good to see females coming up in the, you know, the spectrum of, you know, rock and roll.
And they're heavy metal, and it's really strange to see an all-female band that's heavy metal that's coming together in unification for that genre.
You can find us at facebook.com/HarlequinOfficial, or you can go to our website, which is www.harlequinofficial.webs.com.
And I'm here with two hosts of the show, Pancakes and Punk.
Amber Trujillo.
My name is Blair Murdoch.
What is important about the Femme Fatale night here at the Juke Joint?
We are all representing the most amazing vaginas.
Yes, vaginas. And boobs.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
boobs. And
The
maybe some
lovely,
ass.
voluptuous goddess of metal and punk.
Then I have Brass Knuckle Voodoo, which Corey Voodoo's known here locally. They call him the Jimi Hendrix. They're great. I just wanted to put them on because just everything, they're the rock and roll.
I think it's good to have girls doing rock because it seems like girls aren't, you know, in the forefront right now, and I want to see more of it, you know, more female rockers.
Then obviously Fiction Reform, Brenna Red, she's just great. I think they should be signed by now.
They are signed.
I mean, just known.
Like big.
Big.
Girls aren't really in the music scene, you know, and if they are, they're not the best, and they just kind of like half-ass it because they figure they're chicks. So when you're a musician and you play music, and if you're a female, I just encourage you to keep going and not give up because, I mean, I've been faced with, you know, you're just a chick, you're good for a girl, but I mean, I've spent the last decade of my life trying just to practice and be better and write better songs and own the stage and play with the boys, but still be a girl. And it's hard to have that balance. So just don't be discouraged, ever. Just keep going.
She's got the it factor. Like
Totally.
sometimes people have to learn it, but Brenna's got it in her soul.
Totally.
Like she definitely, when I booked this show, I definitely thought instantly Fiction Reform. I got to get her on here because she brings it together, especially for Orange County, Southern California area. And of course, 45 Grave, legendary DINAH Cancer.
We want to stand alongside our brothers in bands, and you know, there's a lot of like great females out there that have been rocking for years, and I always am happy when we can do like a girl night where it's like, you know, we can rock just as hard as the boys can.
They were the headstone that inspired a lot of these females to come out here to do the show.
Dani got in contact with us through Facebook and presented the idea and her concept of what she wanted to do, and we were more than happy to come on board and help everything out.
And basically, 45 Grave is what inspired everything because she's been running the gambit since the 70s, and they're still out here doing everything. Closing the show is a band called EVISC that's been putting a lot of work down, and the lead singer's name's Alicia.
Females can rock it just as much as men can. Like, we're gonna jam out with our clam out.
She's a triple threat. She's beautiful, talented, she's got fire and passion.
I think that if you have a passion and you feel like you should sing, you wake up every morning and you should sing, you should sing. And that's what I'm trying to show women right now is that write, sing, and just follow your dreams.
And I wanted them to close the show because she's going to bring it. All the women are going to bring that energy tonight. I'm very excited for tonight. It's been a long time because I'm 30 years old, although I look younger, right, people? I feel like, you know, a lot of times you go to shows and you don't get that feeling like, oh, because you've seen it before, done it before. But tonight was a good show. I felt so energetic for the first time in a long time that I'm excited to see this show with all these people together in one lineup.
Blaring Out with Eric Blair show with Dani Rose signing off.
Blaring Out show.